Hey everyone, Zomba here. I just fancied doing a chill little single player stream. I'm working on a new version of the Warhammer mod at the moment, but yeah, just felt like doing a little stream. I'm going to be playing as the Beastlands in the mod, and this is the list of mods I'm going to be using. So I'm going to have Blood Boost for AI Nations, a new mod that I just made and put up in the workshop called Clear Cap Circle for AI Nations, which what that does is it just deletes all of the independent defenders in the circle around the capital of each AI nation, which makes their expansion a lot easier, obviously. Turning off all of the vanilla Middle Era nations, turning off the arena, turning off mercenaries, and turning off pop type based recruitment. So, recruiting like heavy cavalry, independent troops, and things from provinces, that's all turned off. And then I've got on two starting force boosters. I've got the basic starting force booster that pretty much just gives the AI a second army and some extra priests and things for the AI nations. And then I've got another one of those that gives them another like 3 times that amount of stuff. So they should have a huge amount of stuff at the start of the game, which should really help their expansion. And of course, their cap circles are cleared. So they should have really fast expansion. And the reason I'm doing that is I want to play the AI on just normal difficulty, so no economic bonuses, but they have a much easier time at the start of the game. That's basically my plan. And then, of course, I'm using the latest version of the Somber Warhammer mod, the one that I'm currently working on, in fact. So it's got some content in it that hasn't been released yet. So let's just make a map. I don't know that I'm going to stick with this game. I just felt like doing a little stream, and we'll go with the small lake setup. Random caves is fine, and we'll do full wraps. Beastmen stream. We're going to be playing as Beastlands, and then these will all be on normal AI. I think I probably want them on standard rather than random AI types. I'll just add a few more in. Just got a decent sized squad of them. Just going to turn off my air conditioning. I don't want that on the stream. One thing that you might notice here that I've done is I've made these graphics for the Beastman Giants a bit smaller, easier to see things in the recruitment menu. But nothing else much has changed. I've changed some not resource cost, recruitment point costs on some of these guys. The Ungor and the Gore have gone down a little bit, but not very much changed there in the Beastman. What is changing in this next version, and I'll talk about this more in a proper video about it, probably, or patch note, is we've got these god specific types now. You already had these before, but now we've got Slan Gore, Best. Oh, that should say Pestigore, not Bestigore. There's something for me to fix. The Corn Gore and the Zan Gore. So they're the different sacreds for each of the different chaos gods. And we'll get a message about how that works when I start up the game. God-wise, let's go with the Lord of the Wild. I'm not going to pay too much attention to this. It's fine. We'll have 3 turmoil, plenty of growth, bit of luck and magic will make him dormant. You fit anything else on there? If we take Sloth, I really want to have 20. Oh, there we go. 0 points left over. How satisfying is that? And we'll have some bless effects. I kind of feel like trying out what it would be like having really high values of Berserker. So I'm going to do that, even though Berserk is actually available already on the Minotaurs, which are main sacred. And then we've got 4 left. We can have Blood Surge. There we go. Nothing that exciting. Let's give this guy a new name. Ministry events. We'll have the score graphs on because we're just playing the AI. Everything else seems fine. Rename allowed. Yep. And I should put my stream up so people can take a look at it. case anyone wants to drop by and ask some questions or anything like that. Reminder of the special mechanics. The new one is Ruinous Powers. You may dedicate one of your forest temples in positive dominion to each Chaos God. So you can only do it 4 times, so the 4 Chaos Gods. To do this, simply have a Great Bray Shaman of the respective god visit it to gain a new site, offering recruitment of an additional sacred troop. So straightforward to use. The AI should be able to use it as well. Very simple, but gives you a nice new sacred to play around with. Right, so if we look at the... I think I don't get to know this yet. Yeah, I have to wait till next turn to see the province graphs. I do have a bless, but it's partly incarnate, isn't it? The berserker pots incarnate. I'm definitely not going to be trying to min-max this. Centaurs are very good, and I'm going to start off with a big chunk of Centaurs. Limited by recruitment points. Let's take them, and I'll bolster my Ungor population a little bit. And then leaders-wise, just having another Wargore is going to be useful at the moment. Actually, I'll have a Beast Lord. Oh, runs us out of resources. None of these guys take very many resources. Oh, well, we'll do without the Ungor then, that's fine. Normally I would prophetize my starting commander, but I'm going to prophetize the Beast Lord instead. It's more interesting. And I think I probably could take a province turn 1 with these guys, but it'd be a bit of a risk. I'd probably lose a bunch, so we're just going to patrol. We'll send you off exploring. So we can see some of the nations we've got in the game. Right, I just want to check on the army graphs. So you can see these are very inflated army sizes. So Zarnogrund's one is a lot smaller because they have higher quality troops, and the same is generally true, but also there's a lot of randomization in here as to how much they get in their army. And a couple of them have already taken a province blind turn 1, which is very easy for them because their whole cap rings, all of the defenders have been deleted by that mod. So we're going to transfer everyone over. And Dwarf Ripper. I kind of would like you to be my Prophet Bearer, so I want you to lead an army right now. You know what? Maybe a Doombull Prophet would be more thematic, so we'll do that. And you two can just get on with something. Let's have a look. Well, anything's a reasonable pick. I'm going to go for Xeftia because it's inside my dominion. And very straightforward, except you need to be on attack rear. Centaurs are really fast. And these guys should be in the mix. I mean, they are quite capable of whipping ass. In fact, some people, with the cost of Wargors only being 40 gold, a lot of people have just hired a bunch of these as kind of extra troops. It's not a bad idea. So we're going to get this Doombull and prophetize him, and we'll get him some sacreds to hang out with him. Can't really afford very many. What I'm mostly interested to see here is with all of these boosts, the AI, are they going to be just out of control, even on normal, which normally is terrible expanding. So that's kind of one of the things I want to test out at the moment. Hopefully the volume on that's okay. Timing-wise, we seem to have done okay. We have gotten our guys trapped. Our commanders got trapped too far back there. But yeah, it's mostly the Centaurs. Bit work from the Gauls, of course. So let's reposition our guys for the next time they're doing this. They're getting caught on those Ungor, so we'll put them forward. Put the Ungors off to the side a little bit. So that's in our. We've got a tax collector there from Rock, right next to Altdorf. Really? Where did they come from? How? Maybe they moved up to Ionia and then ended up here. But you can see they've got a gigantic army super early, 130 troops. Pretty scary stuff. We had better not crash into them. I think I could take that throne defense. I don't feel super worried about that. We've got some more help here, and that way I won't run into their main force. Except you need to be becoming the prophet. Well, we've got this province here. Altdorf are not that likely to just run into it, so let's start getting some gauze. That's what you want there. Yeah, I mean, we do need the commanders. Alright, we'll just have to put up with that. Back at base, more commanders needed. Beast Lords, Wargors. Wargors are cheap. Let's stay cheap for now. And some more, another Minotaur for the boss man. These are very expensive, 80 gold. I put them up a little bit more because they're so good, Minotaurs. I mean, not so much with the bless that I've got on them, but that's fine. And we found Kislev. Ooh, we really are a bit in tight with them here, aren't we? We'll have to check the score graphs next turn. I'll show you just how explosive their expansion tends to be. Lorbra. This is the Throne Province. Ooh. What do we got? A Veiled Enchantress. Another Veiled Enchantress. Lots of gems and things. Kind of a pain. I mean, this could be kind of a disaster here. I think I've underestimated them slightly. But a bunch of them are militia, and we are beastmen. Beastmen are quite capable of chomping stuff. I just worry about a morale problem here. Let's hope that our Centaur can really destroy that backline before we break. We're probably going to end up breaking at the front here. Well, we've held long enough that I think their front line's probably fallen over. Ephemeral Blast doing a bit of harm to us there. But they've routed, so, you know. Who's this guy? Is that a sleeper? It is, with a horror helmet. I don't think we're going to get that, like, kill him. We've been trapped in perpetual winter. Okay. So turn 4. It's a bit harsh to drop frozen lands on us, on our capital, on turn 4. Well. Now look at this. Look at that expansion. That's pretty crazy for the AI. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with how those mods are working out. The nice thing about it is that they won't have the crazy economy that like an impossible AI or a mighty AI or whatever has later in the game. They'll just have good expansion, which is where the AI I think really struggles. It's just it can go horribly wrong for them in expansion. So it'll help them. Well, let's keep taking our cap circle. Are you another site where we're going to be able to get some decent numbers of beastmen? Well, for now, you're going to be a site where we get a Wargore. You are going to be a site where we recruit a bunch of beastmen. And you can just stay there and pick them up. Alright. To avoid the small squad morale malice, I'm just going to keep them together. Oh, Kitchen's here. Hello. Nice to speak to you. Let me know if you've got any questions about this new version. I think I've been talking about it a fair bit in the Discord, so people have already, pretty familiar with it. Yeah, just going to join in beating up the barbarians. And we may as well send this guy in because he'll... Well, yeah, that's fine. I'm just going to be recruiting lots of Wargore at the moment because they're cheap and they're good at fighting. So I'm going to use them kind of as like elite infantry. Do you want to try some other stuff out? Let's have some. Let's have a whole load of. Well, what are we looking at here? Archers, heavy infantry. Well, I'm going to have a whole load of Ungor. Why not, after all? And if I'm going to do that, I want someone giving them extra morale, so I'll take a beast lord to lead them around. Fine. And then straight down the middle, Minotaurs and things. You need to be Divine Blessing and then attack. You're another attack closest boy. Can I give you a couple of bodyguards, maybe? Yeah, give me some of them. In between each turn, I'll try and remember to check for any questions in the chat. Fogic. Fogic. Might have positioned my mounts because they're a bit faster, I think, than the beastmen. Are they? What's their combat speed? 15. Oh, well, only slightly. But I might have made them, especially because this side's the sword guys, they might be in a bit of trouble there. Good casualties on contact, but yeah, one of my Minotaurs gets obliterated, so it's not that surprising. Yeah, that's alright. I mean, in a serious multiplayer game, I'd be very annoyed about losing a Minotaur because they're 80 gold each, but that's okay. We're having some really bad. Oh, well. But we're having some bad luck, I would say. This site is awful to get on turn 4. I mean, wretched stuff. See? Pretty good expansion, as you would expect, with no opposition and tons of troops. I think we need everywhere cranking out just enough beastmen to keep me defended. Can you do a double? We've kind of not got the strongest forces. Oh, I forgot there's different types of Ungor. So what types have we got? We've got spearmen with bucklers. Oh, it's just 2 types. And Spike Club. Maybe I make some more types of Ungor or something. For those who don't know, the Beastman mod was made by my friend Sasuli, who did a really good job. Obviously has had nowhere near as much practice as me with doing sprite work and stuff, but I still think they did a really good job. And I was hoping I could do a video with her in the future. She can speak about the Beastman a bit. Maybe do a joint video with her and do the do an overview for the Beastman. That might be quite fun to do. So I had put them a bit far forward. I decided. Let's put them a bit back. Everyone else, you're fine. Let's just pile in. Can Bear Tribe? I never really know. I could try something clever here with these. I think I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try something. If I send you two there, is this gonna be enough to take this province? Oof, oof, oof. I don't know. I don't know about that. But nothing ventured, nothing gained. I wish I could have these default to a certain order. That'd be a cool modding command if you could set each commander what order they defaulted to when they came out. Right, let's have a look. We got some questions in the chat. I'm gonna do my recruitment first, and then I'll answer those as we're rolling the turn. more Minotaurs. I want to show this new mechanic, so we should be saving up for the Great Bray Shaman, so I'm actually not going to go for Minotaurs because I just want to save money at the moment. So we're just going to keep things really simple and save money. But I do need a lot of these guys to get my expansion going. So I will be doing that. Right, let's roll that and see what questions we've got in the chat. Kitchen says, I see the Beasties getting a bit of love this time. Might finally bring them out in multiplayer to win a game with them. Kitchen has a really good record with Warhammer Nations. I think he's won with the Dwarfs like 3 times, something like that. He's done pretty well with Tomb Kings and some other ones. So yeah, good player. I'd like to see how you play with the Beastmen. Johan says, I have no clue how to play this nation. They are quite unusual. No forts. Do you have to take a big bless on the Minotaurs? Essentially, I think that's a kind of a point of disagreement between people. Yeah, I don't know that people do think that you have to take a big bless on the Minotaurs because their troops are pretty good. I would say you don't really have to take a big bless on any of the Warhammer nations if you don't want to. You can. They all have pretty good what people call scales troops, just your basic troops that aren't sacred. Sir Mayorland the Goat, the Lord, good Lord. Let's watch this battle in Impassable Mountains. Yeah, like your basic stuff, you've got very, very cheap, kind of trashy troops like Ungor. But your basic guys, your basic elites, the Bestigor, are really good. High protection, magic resistance, morale, everything. They've got everything going for them. They hit super hard and they have 2 attacks. They're just really good. And they're not that expensive. How much are they? They're like 14 gold each, something like that. But your basic gore are good. Your center gore for 30 points and requiring very little in the way of well, this is a bit of an annoyance to see these Windmasters. I didn't realise they were there. We might be in for a catastrophic loss here then. Let's see how the Centaur do at the back ranks. Ooh, no. It's certainly going to be messy. Minotaurs being Berserk is very good. Yeah, you've got a lot of just troops that are really hard hitting. You don't have the forts, that's the big weakness of the nation. It's really hard to secure thrones. But you can see here, I was kind of outnumbered and not in, this wasn't really well planned out or anything, but just the aggressive quality, the hitting power of my troops carried me through. Particularly the Centaurs, I think. Yeah, 26 kills and only 2 losses. They're really good. Earthshell Mountains. Maybe. I'm skeptical. Let's hope my archers do really well somehow. Oh, we've broken through. That's really important. Need to get some casualties on that back rank. Come on. Get that morale check. My leaders are getting in there. Close to dying, but they are winning. Yeah, we did it. Cool. And then, of course, we just have Kislev run into us with... there's not that many elites there, but I can't exactly say that my force is looking terribly elite. They got 1 bear. It's kind of a cool battle, these bear knights fighting against the my commanders, but we're just so outnumbered, it's inevitable that we'll lose this. That's fine. What were the other questions in the chat? Oh, Kitchen says since Dominion's 5, it would be like 5 or 6 dwarf wins. Yeah, because we've been playing them since Dominion's 5. Are there more multiplayer games planned? There's actually a French and German community, European community, who are doing a bunch of Warhammer games at the moment, who invited me over to their Discord the other day. So yeah, that there might be some games coming from them. I don't know about the other Discords. I don't mind playing one in the future. I've been really busy recently, so the time that I have had, I've just used to do it. I've been working on a little update to the mod, so I don't know that I'd be playing another one, but hopefully people will put together some more Warhammer games. Kitchen's been really busy too. Yeah, Cafe. You were asking about because I was playing Cafe in that big multiplayer game, and I had to sub out. Unfortunately, had quite a bad family issue come up, and it's taken up a lot of my time over the last 6 months. So Yeah, I just didn't have time for a game at the time. But I've got a bit more time now. Things are a little bit less kind of stressful at the moment, so I do have a bit more time. But I think I'll use it to do updates to the mod and work on the mod instead of actually playing in multiplayer, maybe at least for a few months. Where are we? Well, does this mean that I'm at war with Kislev? These mods that I've put for the AI have just made them really scary. Look at the skull grass. Wow, there I am. How often do you see that completely out expanded by the AI? There you go. Um, it's kind of cheating to help them that much, and I've not been expanding well at all. I've just been doodling about. Well, we'll do our best to kind of mount a little bit of a comeback. I have to say our economy is in pretty shocking shape, and again, this is really unhelpful site to have gotten on my capital. So what are we going to do here? I don't think I'm at war with Kislev, and therefore I should probably just go and take out the Lion Tribe. Yeah, you can go in there. Yeah, it's another Beast Lord. It's a force that's capable of taking Lion Tribe, but we don't really have another force building up just yet. And I was going to buy this really expensive Great Brave Shaman to try and show off a mechanic, but I'm not going to be able to show it off if I don't defend myself and have enough forces here. So I think we're going to have to switch tactics a little bit. Let's go back to the War Gores. We just need bodies out there at the moment in expansion parties. So we're going to go for best Gores. We'll mix in some of these armored Gores. How much do they get? 15 gold, and these are 12, yeah. But a lot more resources, that's the main thing. Maybe we can mix in a giant, actually, because we've got plenty of recruitment points. I'm going to go for the melee giant. And we're going to set... Ooh, this has got tons of... This is a good province for recruiting things. Yeah, look at that. Plenty. See who else is hanging about. Are we recruiting another commander there? Yep. So you can go out and help gather up those troops. In fact, since I've got a commander going over there, I don't need a war gore. I'm just going to get... Oh, but I've run out of recruitment points, so I'll have one because they're good at fighting. There you go. Bit of discussion of whether the Warhammer mod nations or Dominions Enhanced nations are stronger. I know Dominions Enhanced nations are stronger than base game Dominion 6 nations, and I would say that's true of the nations in the mod as well. It's partly just because they've got such a variety of stuff, you always end up with some useful things for any situation you're in. It's just the nature of having a lot of generally useful and different troops and mages and things. Yeah, I haven't played very much Dominions Enhanced, but I know they are a bit stronger. You have access very quickly to a lot of tools with the Beastmen. They can be quite scary early. Obviously, they've got potentially very strong sacreds if you have the right bless. But just best Gore and Centigore are really good, and using the giants because giants are not that expensive. They're I think they're 180, 190 gold each. They have fear. They can obliterate very, very strong like elite enemy units because they hit incredibly hard. And you've also got these guys, which are quite scary early on. So he's a Doom Bull. You can see crazy hit points on a Doom Ball. They've got fear. They've got great stats. They can just obliterate things. They've got 2 attacks. So they're another thing that you can do some kind of early thugging if you have the right bless, and they can be very scary. You have a lot of things that can counter anything the enemy does. I think is a big thing, and you're pretty gold efficient. Although, of course, not having a fort is a drawback to your economy. You're very scary if you go on the attack because of all your tax collectors and things. You know, you're raiding, you can just roll through people's provinces. And you can recruit most of your troops anywhere, especially in forests. You've got more troops available to you, and you get extra province defense in forests. I'll show you that actually, because I think people may not be aware of it. But have we got any forest provinces? No, other than Beastlands. But in Beastlands, you're getting all of these guys extra. These armored beastmen. This is all from the what's it called? Beastwood site. Because it's a forest, you get extra province defense. Slowly building up. Slowly, slowly. I think it is time. We're going to combine our forces. God, we really don't have any resources there. What's the cheapest in terms of resources? Just to get a bunch of dogs, isn't it? Let's get some dogs. Yeah, we're going to move our forces there, and then we're going to go and take a box tape with those. We could send some more people from the capital to help them as well. We've got one of our free spawn, a duck-faced Gave. We'll just save them up for now. So let's move our forces there. Kind of not getting access to any forests. Being blocked there, blocked here from getting to Spirewoods. Can we go down for the Great Feral? Is that what we're going to do? We do want forests. It's really important. Especially if I'm going to show you that new mechanic. Cataphracts. This province. Oh, right. Interesting. This is weird. So this is Bretonia here. We're really close to each other on this map. It's kind of a shame. But this is where Bretonia is. And the mod that clears their cap circle has cleared this of enemy units. I'm not going to take advantage of that because I'm just, playing single player. And the idea was that they should have taken those from Bretonia, and they just haven't. I don't know why. They haven't got any enemy units in them at all, so they could have just walked through them. They just haven't. If we look at Bretonia on the provinces, they're doing fine. They just have gone a different direction. But I'm not going to take advantage of that. I'm not sure what I can do. I mean, there is potentially something I could do. It would require quite a complex set of events. Well, not complex, but tedious to write. I could make a mod that just takes these provinces over. I was expecting the AI would just do it because they're empty, but they haven't. Yes, we know Sodoth Baldric. Do I want to go to war with Kislev over that forest? Not really. I don't really want to go to war with anyone right now. Not with the amount of stuff they've got. Well, let's move down, and if Britannia doesn't do anything, I will take these provinces. They're not really not going to do anything with them. Whatever. Right. Are we going to get our... Hopefully we'll get a god-specific thing. Unfortunately, we need a forest with a temple in it, and we have... Well, we've got one in our capital, so that's fine. We can try and get our capital set up with this guy. That uses basically all of our gold up, so get some of these guys. And that'll be it. Are we still recruiting over here? Yeah, I mean, with the lack of gold, maybe that's not what we want to be doing. Maybe we want to be getting them in the capital. All right, let's have you come down. Yeah, I think we'll win this. I think the Minotaurs. So Minotaurs are just so scary. I mean, 24, 24, 16 at attack 13 and 12 is shockingly powerful. You can see Cataphracts are not the best heavy cavalry in the world, obviously, but they're still heavy cavalry, and they just get flattened by a couple of Minotaurs. Our Centaur have taken a lot of casualties over time, and it looks like they're finally over with. Let's fast forward this. I still think we'll win this one, but the enemy is certainly... Ooh, we lost to Vestigar. Yeah, relying on our Minotaurs a lot there. Well, the Great Feral is occupied. Kislev are just all over the place. Yeah, well, it is what it is. Dog squad. Time for a dog squad. So a new thing is that I've given them all Beastmaster 1 at least on these commanders, so we get a bit more morale on the dogs, which I think is thematic for the Beastmen, and they can, use it on other animals they summon up potentially. Where combat speed 18, combat speed 13. Ooh, about there. Dogs, combat speed 20. And of course, we always want to set our war gore to rumble. Let's go to a Bokte. Our Minotaurs are so good, we need some more Minotaurs. We're going to spend all our money on Minotaurs. Will someone help me with my budget? I have spent all of my money on Minotaurs. Someone who's good at the economy needs to help me. Chaos Dwarfs. Virtually nothing left in this squad. Good lord. We've certainly used them up. Let us meet up in beautiful Sefecte. However, because this is not in our dominion, we do actually need to leave tax collector guys behind. Oh, look at that. Black steel plate. Hello, Mr. Protection. Good lord. 26. Very nice. You can stay as well. You're going to there. One guy on his own. No, he might guard our profit. Hopefully, Bretonian doesn't drop a massive stack on that. Interesting to see Kislev has taken that with no resistance next to Bretonia. They're looking frightening. Frightening indeed. So what are we recruiting? More Minotaurs, Priest. Yeah. Let us... Let us do that. Do we have a spare commander to go over there? Go get those boys back. Right, let's see if there's any questions from the chat. How will getting Chaos God related gauze be working? So it's pretty straightforward. If you have a forest province you control that has positive dominion in it and has a temple in it, and you take a Great Bray Shaman of a specific god to that temple, they will convert the province into being dedicated to that particular chaos god, and then you'll be able to recruit the sacred gauze from there. You can only do it once per each of the Chaos Gods. I did consider allowing it to be done several times. We'll see. We'll see how people feel about it. Then maybe I'll change it. I'm not sure. Um, Nobody in Sefecte. And then Kislev attacks us, which is nice. We get to kill some Kislev stuff, because I don't imagine that this very small force is going to stop us. It's an opportunity to get a little bit of XP. And kill a few Kislevites, who I'm sure are going to be a problem at some point. They tried their best. And then in a Bokte, have I positioned these correctly for the giant to turn up at roughly the same time as the troops? I think the dogs are going to run too far ahead. We'll see. So far, looking okay. Perfect. Well, the giant could have been like a square forward to be putting fear on this main group, but what you need is for the giant to just be nearby to just... Yeah, there we go. He can wade in and splat units and use fear to break whatever's left of them. Let's slip the dogs of war. Yeah, so that's the explanation there of how the god-specific gore works. Unfortunately, we got a normal British Sherman. We did not get one of the god ones. We'll try it again so I can show it off. Oh, we can't afford them. They're so expensive, but they are also ridiculously good, of course. You got a chance to get some really high paths and things from them. And quite diverse too. Right. Are you capable of taking these? Not if Kislev walks in, but don't know that they will. Could you get me some more gores, please? I forgot we took over a throne there. Yeah, you're Holy Three. You can go and take a throne. So what does it do? Throne of Winter. Oof. Well, the Dominion spread's nice. I'll take it because that's just how the game is. Let's go and take it. Have we got any bodyguards for him? No. These guys can't be bodyguards. But I'll go with them anyway. Range of Shadow. Should be fine. Oh yeah, they're just patrolling because we don't have any troops there. And we want to get another mage, but we need to save money. So let's save money. We'll be thrifty. Run out of places to go. Looking a bit small. We do want that forest. I really do want the Great Feral. Or Windspring Forest. Which of them is more scary to us, Bretonia and Kislev? Probably. Mm, It's hard to say, isn't it? Look at my dreadful research. I haven't done anything. Bretonia's been researching. Oh, I don't know. I mean, I guess I'll have more troops down here. I'm going to go for the Great Feral. I don't know that this game's going to go very well because I've maybe just played too inefficiently given how much I was giving the AI for free. We're going to go for the Great Feral. Alright, Rock, you wait there. If we're going all in on that, let's go all in on it. We'll just start marching down there. There's Nurgle. And of course, we're saving money just to show off this mechanic back here, but let's just recruit some more guys. Kijina's doesn't work on cap as well, I assume. No, you do, you can. It does work on your cap. So I mean, if I can get a Great British Shaman of a god type, a specific god type, it will work on my caps. You do get one of them guaranteed because your cap's always a forest, I think. Joshua Chapman says, "Hey, you're alive. Thanks for streaming. I've been starved for your content. Well, hopefully I'll be able to do some more streams and some more videos soon, since my life's gotten a little bit less stressful and difficult just recently. It would be nice to be able to do a bit more. I like doing a chill, relaxing stream, especially if I'm just kind of talking about stuff in an upcoming mod as well. Like, it doesn't really matter what the gameplay is going on. It's just answering questions for the most part." Yeah, we're going to grind through that? No, we're not. I kind of felt like that was going to happen because these are beastmen without experience stars. It's something I always forget. You see them behaving, taking out stronger enemies really in other provinces, and you forget these ones are new, and the independents now have their own experience stars. Okay, so here we've got stuff that's actually quite nasty. Lizard warriors. A paladin and a lord. Is that a lord or is that a knight of the realm? Why can't I click on him? Come on. Oh my god. My inability to click on him. Yeah, it is just a knight of the realm. Okay. But the nasty thing is these guys at the front. Questing knights. Nasty heroic blades. Still, we've got Minotaurs, we've got high quality troops. We should be able to chop our way through that. Oh, one of our Minotaurs just got obliterated. This is really high damage stuff they've sent us. Oh no, they're routed. We're probably okay because we've got our commanders and so on, but that was a bit unfortunate. Chopping away through. Bretonian commanders are tough. Some unrest. So now we are at war with Britannia. Back in Beastlands. Let's see if we can get this god-specific thing just to show it off. Let's get some more Minotaurs ready as well. Did they attack us? No, we lost in Umbro and then they took advantage of it and just flattened it. And they are big. Much bigger than we are. Not looking great. Let's claim the throne. So I'm going to have to think about how I can make the AI for certain take over those empty provinces. That's maybe a separate mod that I need to make. Probably want to stop making doggies for the minute. Well, it can't hurt to have some of these guys around the cap in general. You can never really go wrong with buying Gores. They're just really good quality troops. Best Gores too. There's the Bestigors and then there's the Restigors. Oh, I've completely... It's like a massive blind spot. Just couldn't see that for some reason, the sector. Well... Oh, I do hate that about them. I think if I mix ranged and not ranged undisciplined troops, they all just charge into battle. We'll see. I don't remember. Hey there, you're going to get a War Gore. We really can't carry on this battle down here. We're going to have to get some reinforcements. So let's hop back Let's leave behind a sacrificial goat, a scapegoat. Poor Thagdir. Your job is to stay there. Sell your life in combat. Hop back to Haloma and we'll meet up with this army. We need to leave one of you behind. Xanax, okay. He's a pretty chill goat, Xanax. You need to stay there to get some tax income. You need to bring some troops down to meet everyone else. You can do whatever. Go and defend that. Yeah, fine. Ooh, got some vampires. Scoob asks, does it change the scale of the province if they pray for a god? Not at the moment. I think you get a little bit of gem income. I'll check. I've only just recently written the code for it, so I don't. You'd think I'd remember, but I don't. Lots of thrones being claimed. The soaked earth. Yeah, so they're not shooting at all. So yeah, if they're undisciplined and they're a mixed squadron, they just charge. If I had a leader on his own, just beat them up. What are you doing? Just chasing one guy, very effective. So next turn we'll have him. Then we'll have a force of Minotaurs. As is good and proper. Speaking of which, right. Do we want to just send everyone down to fight Bretonia? It looks like Altdorf and Kislev are just not attacking us, which is nice of them. Thanks, boys. So maybe we just head on down with our respective troops. This province has tons of resources. What it does not have is Bestigor because it's not got a forest. We're just starved for forests. However, we can get a bunch of these guys here. Keep on moving. Loma. Do we have a Beast Lord? We do have a Beast Lord. So he should be leading the troops because of his significant bonuses. And everyone else can just be fighting. We can now do a line formation. Lovely. I think even the dogs would benefit from being commanded by the Beast Lord. It's a pretty tough stack. I wonder if we want to just try and take their cap. I mean, they probably, if they move their forces back, could quite easily stop me. But since they haven't, perhaps we could visit a bit of devastation upon them. Might be rather jolly. So you can now move there, you can move there. Haul yourself over there, boys. 2 random commanders. Really going all in on this Bretonia attack, as is the Beastman way. Yeah, so I could have the... Oh, right, that's right. I didn't have very much left in the Great Peril. That's fine. A couple of War Gores. There's a weird possibility I could win this just with the War Gores beating stuff up. Nah. These are yeomen, aren't they? Yeah, yeomen are too tough. I mean, War Gores are good, but not as good as a bunch of yeomen. When I'm trying to show a mechanic off, it just doesn't happen. I can't remember the chances of getting a special Great Bray Shaman, but it's not that low. Anyway, Jack Horn has woken up. Let's do our pathetically small amount of research that we can do. Yeah, let's go and get Tuskor Herd. That's fine. We just need stuff. If we look at how the AI is performing with all of these mods on, boosting them up, they should be looking great. And well, I mean, they're still bad at research. I've got a bit of blood income because I had the blood thing turned on. So if they hire blood mages, they get some blood income. I think it's a pretty good mod. We get the Dominion boost as well. I'm probably building lots of temples. All those forts. Why has Talia got such high Dominion? Weird. Alright. We ended up with all our troops in Sfecte. I don't foresee this being a particularly subtle game plan. It's more of a game plan of beat their asses. We can leave you behind. Well, how did I get a rock there? I must have had a rock and then the Dominion receded. Yeah, that must be what that is. The Dominion was there briefly. Gonna set up a bunch of reinforcements over time. I'm all charging down. Get some lizardmen. Kagdar! Is it him who's got the Minosaurs? Yes, it is. Kagdar's gone ahead with not the Minosaurs. Okay. Is Haloma a safe place to go to? Not really, because there's not going to be any stuff there, but there will be if I buy some defences. Falkenhoof. Some silly names. It's so expensive. Oh, have we run out of... Yeah, we've run out of... So at the start of the game, you get a bunch of free resources from a weapon pile, and I just don't have any anymore. You need to build temples to get weapon piles. Whoops. I've been so focused on getting those special ones to show people. It's just not happened. Well, Elfbane, Mr. Elfbane, if that is your real name, would you like to bring some troops down? Since we really are going all in on Bretonia. Okay, we've got not good quality here. They also have not good quality. Well, Yeoman with experience stars aren't bad. This knight should get battered. A lord is a tougher prospect. Oh, one of the things you can see here, I've added this text just saying how likely you are to turn into the next thing. Actually, I think that might be 5% chance. I might need to have a look at that. What was the other bug I spotted? Oh, it was Bestigor supposed to say Pestigor. Because that's what the Nurgle ones are called. Right, that's fixed. Britonia. Ooh. Yeah, I guess that's their province defense, right? Because it's a fort, they get a bunch of Knights of the Realm. That's going to be a lot of casualties for sure. Knights of the Realm are vicious. Giant's looking well placed. You want him in here. He can knock out this square. Blam, there it goes. We're not suffering too much against the Knights. We do have our commanders there who are, you know, capable of kind of grinding through Knights. They hit pretty hard. And then these guys on the back line don't stand a chance. I would say we didn't take too many casualties there. Yeah, we go 8 gores, a warhound, 3 chaos. The warhounds don't matter. Only 8 gores. That's really good considering. Giant did very well, 8 kills. Bestigor did amazing. These guys have got experience stars, and then of course my commanders all did pretty well. As you'd expect. Oh dear, we've got Nurgle's Rot nearby, so it's giving us a reminder of how it works. Or is that because it's nearby, or because it's on the map at all? I think it's because it's on the map at all. Yeah, so Nurgle's Rot exists now, so we need a monthly reminder of it. Britonia, are you going to come and try and take your capital back? You've got plenty of territory compared to me. I mean, if you don't, I'm happy to smash that fort up and take it all. I am more than happy. Let's just get on there and crack those walls. Crack them up. What is our best siege unit? Is a good question that I should know the answer to. .4 for 12. 0.7, so 5. So they're better at sieging. Have the dogs dig under the walls. What about Gore? Ungore, rather. 1 for 6. So yeah, those are our siege units. Or these guys. 1 for 4. Even better. Of course, Brays are absolute trash in combat, but they are good for sieges. Get yourself down there, grab some of them boys. Can we cancel some recruitment so I can try another Bray Shaman? I really just want this to go off at least once. It's getting a bit ridiculous. Well, I suppose I haven't recruited that many of them. Maybe I need to look at the odds though, because this I don't want a mechanic that just doesn't happen. That would be no fun. You can also get over there. You can do some preaching. I'm very lucky that Altdorf and Kislev. I mean, this looks to me like maybe they fought each other, Altdorf and Hitzer. But I'm very lucky that they're not attacking each other. That's a tempting target. Not for now, though. We're going to concentrate on Britonia. Don't be a greedy beast, man. Looks like the chat's gone a bit quiet. Well, yeah, that was kind of inevitable, wasn't it? Kislev at war with me. Yeah, attack. Kind of a low quality army, but I don't suppose I've got very much to stop it. Oh, I've got a little bit. A little bit of province defense. They got experience stars? Yes. Experience stars, just one experience star on like a mediocre troop makes a huge difference. Like a huge, huge difference. Much more than you would expect. I think we've just had a morale failure here. Yeah, I mean, they did alright considering. Mm. We're working nicely on Britannia. What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? Can the Beast Lord lead it all? Pretty much. Sweeping up all these crappy little lads. I mean, they're all siege strength, aren't they? Which is the reason we're here. What kind of leadership? You got really good leadership. Okay, so you actually should be leading these troops, Mr. Prophet. Although, if you're not leading them, that lets me preach with you. I mean, I don't know how effective it is really to preach an enemy capital like that. Is it going to do anything? Probably not. Pick up some braise. Some braised rib. Mix them all in. Get yourself down there. Is Kislev gonna absolutely flatten us here? Well, you know, Lion Tribe. Blech. We can recruit some of these. We can get some giants back home. Let's get some giants who can throw some fast balls. Ugh, no resources. Go home. Or go to Sodov, possibly? Yeah. Some orcs. I don't know where they're going to attack. I know Lion Tribe suck. Well, let's crack up our cap defense because we want to show off that. Barbarians and beastmen. These guys are really good against barbarians. Really good. Uncle Horse archers. But I think they are just archers, really. Oh, come on. Surely. Yeah, there we go. Have I recruited... Oh my god. Right, let me go and look this up. What chance do I have? If I get a Great Bray Shaman, what percentage chance do I have of getting a god-specific one? Transforms into... Oh, the way that Cecily has written this is not quite the way that I would have. So I'm going to have to work this out. So chances are around 9% for each type of god for each one. So you've got a 9% chance of getting each particular one. So four 9% chances. So get the old calculator out. We've got a. This is going to be rough, but I'm just seeing what chance we have of. So it's around 32%, 33% chance of getting one for one of the specific gods. It just has not happened for this particular one, or in this particular game. Let us simply continue trying. I mean, it's okay because I'll show it off whenever I'm doing a video about the different types of tree. But it's just something I quite wanted to organically happen in this. Decent income. Let's make sure we get that wall cracked. Moderately damaged. Got more coming. Every turn. We should be making more. Sending them in. Wait, what's happened there? I'm being silly. Gas rats. Flame spine. You know that no one gave him that nickname, he made it up himself. Because of his sciatica. Oh yeah, you're just patrolling. Oh, I don't know. Do some research. It feels so unfair that I just don't have any forests in range. Look at all these juicy forests. I could go for Windsong. I have some boys back in the cap. Could somebody spare me Flamespine? Your new job is to go back to the capital. Chainsaw Schmaltz, who has been playing an absolute blinder in the big Warhammer game with Ethel Lauren, by the way. Well done, Chainsaw. Asks, does it check for each variant separately, or is there one God Shaman check? Separate. Yeah, when you recruit, there's basically about a 9% chance of it being each one of them. When you recruit the Great Grey Shaman, and then once you've got one of a particular god type, it just has to go to a temple, forest, province, and then you get the god specific site. Foggick again. This time, what bless have they got? What? Quite a lot. Kind of weird bless, but yeah, blur's pretty good, I guess. It's alright. I don't think that bears are going to be. Oh, well, maybe. I thought they were just going to get chopped to pieces instantly, but of course, they do hit quite accurately and quite hard. But I think we're good. We're good against bears. And then they've only got some archers. Whatever. Malagor the Dark Omen. Nice. Severely damaged. Here he is, the boy himself. Look at those paths. He's really good. Just having a flying Dominion spreader at Holy 3 is pretty wild, honestly. Pretty happy with the graphic for him as well. He's fun. Well. They keep attacking Foggick. I'm happy to just throw some more defense on that. Could we spare some troops to actually go and... Well, maybe Malagor would like to lead some troops over there. You're fine, you can cast whatever, mate. You're alright. Keep that giant out of it. Should we give him some chaffaroo as well? Why not? If they're going to keep attacking it. Well, I could attack them. Well, no. I just have any elite troops down. I'm just moving them all to Bretonia, which is... Yeah, well, that's what I said I was going to do. Do you want to preach there, matey? Maybe next turn, eh? Maybe next turn. Move them along. Go home. It should be the one. I want some Centaur. Centaur are good. And cheap. Oh, 3 resources. If you don't have resources, just build armies of Centaur. Problem solved. Got a lot of gold this turn. I mean, I like saving it up, but... You what? Alright. Fine, just don't want to think about these things. Whatever. Aha! There we go. Forest temple in Beastlands dedicated to Tzeentch. A great brave shaman of Tzeentch has consecrated the temple in Beastlands in honor of the unblinking enigma Tzeentch. So we can now recruit Zangor. It can never be dedicated to another chaos god by the Beastmen, and they may dedicate no other province to Tzeentch. And then there's an explanation of why. An explanation of how it works. You get the Bruder's head, so it doesn't do anything. You get the Tangle of Secrets. So you get the Zangor, and you also get an income of 1 Astral Pearl per turn, which is nice. You know, it's not major. You only get 4 of these sites during the entire course of the game. But here is the Zangor. The Zangor are good. I would say for 30 gold, this is a pretty scary sacred. He hits incredibly hard with his glaive. He comes with Spirit Sight. He comes with good magic resistance and good protection. You put some buffs on him. He is very, very scary. Glaive and Gore. And there's no recruitment limit on these guys at all. You just can only recruit as many as you can recruit in your homeland. So an option instead of Minotaurs, one of the big things they got for Minotaurs is Minotaurs are undisciplined, whereas Zangor are not undisciplined. They're actually pretty cheap in terms of resources, considering their protection. I mean, they get those Beastman discounts and things, but yeah, so we can start making Zangor, and they can form a decent bit of our army. We can get some more Great British Shaman later. That's fine. And here is the reason for it. The reason for the season. Karua, the Great British Shaman of Tzeentch. So he is why we've got that site, because we managed to get one of those. Very broad, good paths for site searching. Let's just set them to auto site search. And we've got a bunch of nice... Just leave them at home. We've got... Oh, well, no, that's fine. We've got some of these guys who can be on attack rear. Flame Spine. Malagor. Oh, he really doesn't have much leadership. I did not know that. I guess it makes sense. He's a mage. I've been doing this in a very disorganized way. I'll probably stop in a moment because I got the result I was looking for. I was just waiting for this to happen to get the Zangor and everything. You know, and I've shown them off. Here they are. Very nice. So if you did lose the province, and the enemy obviously wouldn't be able to recruit them, they're just for the beastmen. And if you lose the province, you can go back and take it again. You'll be able to do Zangar again. So you can do that. I could do it in the Great Feral if I took that, or the Wind Song Forest, or if my growth scales actually kind of kicked in on one of these, then I could potentially get another forest and get a temple up. But that's how you get forest, temple, and then you get one of the god-specific ones to turn up to the right place. I might put in a summoning spell or something to get a god-specific one, because I could imagine someone getting quite frustrated by constantly recruiting Great Bray Shaman but never getting the flavour that they really like. Like if someone really likes corn and they want to get the corn ones, which look like this, corn gore. If they really like these guys, and who could blame them, frankly? Look at that protection. Look at that magic resistance. Look at that berserk. If you really want these guys, then you should have some way of doing it, rather than just leaving it completely to the chance of getting a corn one and then getting him to the right province. So maybe I'll put in some other way of getting them. I think that'd be fair enough. So what was I saying? Oh yeah, I think I'll just attack Bretonia, and then I'll just quit out of this one because I really kind of showed what I wanted to show. Maybe I could pick it up another time. And the other thing I wanted to show was obviously how the AI is so much better at expanding with the mods that I put on there. Much better than me. Okay, that's a very weird bit of behavior. Oh, wow. Hello. What blessing do you have? Is that poison weapons? That's cool. That's just really neat to see that he's just running along shooting his bow because he's a mobile archer. It's not really good on the bears or anything, but... Oh, he's casting spells now. Yeah, that was a really neat thing to see him just shooting out some poison arrows. Oh no, they're getting poisoned. His horse is dead, but he fights on. Lev? Lay, the prophet? Lev? I can't tell. Probably Lev. Alright, everyone. Storm this bad boy. Giant to the front. Screw it. Where's horse to the front? It'll do. Let's just roll a turn and see what happens. That's what we wait for. Oh, they've come out to fight us. Oh, well, fair enough. Giant collection of Borgor. Many of whom are set to attack closest, but some are not. They've really got a lot of questing knights. They must have had some good events getting those for them. Questing knights are good at killing giants, and one of them did take a good old whack at one there, I imagine. Yeah, questing knight hit giant in the leg with heroic blade for 21 points damage with an additional 11 points damage from the slaying ability. That's what it's for. Kind of weird behaviour. Who's this? Just a Grail Lord. And then we get a battle at the fortress. Oh, blimey. Look at that. Been summoning up stuff, which makes sense, what a player would do too. So what happened to our giant? Did he die in the last fight? He's just gone. Yeah, I guess he died or retreated or something. Winter Wolves are actually really good at defending a fort entrance like that. Who is this? A little water kobold. How neat. They're casting a lot of kind of webs and things. Is that a whole load of water kobolds? Yeah, look at that. They've summoned up loads of little water kobolds. Those nets are Really jammed things up at the front there. Having all those Minosaurs there is just very effective, though. They're just machines, just chopping through everything. Oh, Earth Elemental charging in. They've actually mounted, kind of by accident, a really good defense there. They had all those ethereal units. The fact that Minosaurs are all berserk. Are you full of false damage? Oh, a little bit of false damage. Yeah, because they're berserk, even though we've routed, they're just going to go in and kill everyone. Even all the little kobolds. I'm sad to say. Well, except for this guy soul-slaying all of them. Or mind-burning them, rather. There we go, including our prophet. Well, if you look at the score graphs, it's a shame to see some of these guys have just stagnated. I think Skaven, Black Crag, Vampira, I think they might actually be in the cave system, and that's how they've gotten stuck and not really expanded. But you can see the expansion of the AI here on several of the nations has been really good. Obviously, they started with big army size, but I mean, look at that. That's slaves for Zanagrund. That's the reason for all those. But yeah, I definitely think that it's a. You got to watch out. This is just normal difficulty AIs, but with these mods, they have that great expansion at the start, which is really what I think is one of the major weaknesses of the Dominion's AIs. It's just incompetent at expanding. Joshua asks, is there a video of me showcasing Kislev? I don't remember. Let me have a look. On my channel. I don't think I have made one for Kislev. A national overview is what you mean, like highlighting them. Look at my playlists. Dominion 6 national overviews. Oh, accidentally auto-playing stuff. I've done one for Bone Nose, Black Crag, Greenskins in general, Norska, Chaos Dwarfs. I think that's it. I haven't done a lot of Dominion 6 national overviews. I was going to do a load, but then just got really busy. But yeah, I could do one for Kislev. I think I might have done one for Dominions 5. I go back to my channel. Dominions 5 national overviews. I did one for Bretonnia Dwarfs, Ogre Kingdom, Skaven, Wood Elves, Chaos Dwarfs, Tomb Kings, Khorne, Tilia, Slaanesh, Vampiria, Norska, Oldorf, Null, and Middenheim. No, I've never done one for Kislev. So I'll tell you what, I'll do a national overview for Kislev if you're interested in them. That's I'll stick that on the list of things to do. Since you've shown some interest in it. Right, I think I'm going to leave that there. I'm probably not going to pick this game up again, but it was nice to just kind of get back in the habit of streaming, answer some questions, and show off a little bit of the new update. But I'll do a video that goes through all of the things that I'm adding in the update. There's a few things I guess I could show quickly here just in case anyone's interested. Do we have Nagarond in this game? No, they got some stuff. Did anyone in this get some new stuff? Vampiria got some new stuff. They got new heroes, but I can't show you those because they're preview site's not available. Did anyone else get any new stuff? Not in the nations that are in this game. So Vampiria got some new heroes. Cathay got a new hero. What else? Let me check the changelog. Wood Elves got a new hero. Beastmen got their new troops. Cathay got a new summon and some new troops. Dark Elves got a War Hydra. Blood Dragon got some vampire lineage, got some new troops. Oh, I can show those. Those are in this game, aren't they? Vampires. they got. So if I go to Blood Dragon recruits, so they can now recruit young Blood Knights in any Blood Dragon fort. That's one change because previously it was cap only for Blood Knights. They can still only get the normal Blood Knight in the capital. That shouldn't be there. Young Blood Knight. They don't need that. Young Blood Knight should be appearing just in the any fort recruits, and they're not quite as good as the real Blood Knights. And then they also got man at arms, halberdiers, and peasant archers. So just basic stuff to make their roster a little bit more interesting. But yeah, there's a bug there I need to go and fix with that displaying twice. But yeah, I don't think any of these other factions got anything new. The main thing is. All right, everyone's just saying bye. Yeah, I'll go in a second. Yeah, the main thing in the change is just some new heroes and some new units. It's and this new stuff for Beastmen. Quite a lot of balance changes for Beastmen, little balance changes for them. But yeah, happy to do a Kislev one next. All right, everyone. Good night.